Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Nice punch. How about that time counter shot? This fight has a real good flow to it. He misses with that jab. Oh no, Reid in some serious trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Reid needs to get out of jail and quick. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Counter punching. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. I promise you, all three judges. And there's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nigel Benn has been rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at them.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. And right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The straight right just misses. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Let's talk about Benn in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow.
The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Reid may get knocked out here. That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
punch caught him clean. And that left hook doesn't find its target. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Perfect counter lands. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Benn in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job.
Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. A swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. On to the 5th we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, There's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice defense on that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oh no! Nigel Benn in big trouble. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Let's start the sixth. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to trade shots. A perfect counter shot. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that jab. Do you believe this? Nice counter shot. Reid needs to get out of jail and quick. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. They've got the momentum. Here comes round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Hold it right there. Robin Reid may get knocked out here. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. As bad as boxing. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Right cross. Reid needs to get out of jail and quick. And Reid goes to the canvas. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, no. Robin Reid in some serious trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beautiful counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Let's talk about Reid in that last round. He's been knocked out. There's the bell to start round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, right there. The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Nigel Benn overwhelmed with power, and down he goes. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.